would have thought that the man behind the latest albums by the Rolling Stones and Paul McCartney once experienced one of the biggest setbacks of his career? Today, Andrew Watt is recognized as one of the most influential music producers in the world, but his journey to the top was anything but easy. Back in 2015, the rock band California Breed officially broke up before it had the chance to become a major success. The group, featuring Glenn Hughes, Jason Bonham, and Andrew Watt, had released its self-titled debut album only a few months earlier. Everything changed when Jason Bonham decided to leave the band. Glenn Hughes and Andrew Watt tried to keep the project alive by recruiting former Queens of the Stone Age drummer Joey Castillo for the band's live shows. In the end, however, Hughes felt that California Breed had reached the end of its journey. For Andrew Watt, the breakup was a devastating blow. At the time, he was still a relatively unknown musician. But instead of giving up, he held on to his belief that rock music still had a future. He was determined to prove that guitar-driven rock could continue to thrive in the modern music scene. More than a decade later, that determination has paid off beyond anyone's expectations. Today, Andrew Watt is no longer just the young guitarist who lost his first band. He has become one of the most sought-after producers in the global music industry. Over the past few years, he has produced albums for the Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, Pearl Jam, Iggy Pop, Elton John, Brandi Carlile, and Madonna. His list of collaborators continues to grow, firmly establishing him among the world's elite music producers. His career extends far beyond the recording studio. Watt has performed on some of the biggest stages in music, joining Slash and Duff McKagan of Guns N' Roses in a Grammy Awards tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. He has also played with Eddie Vedder at the Ohana Festival and appeared on American television alongside former REM frontman Michael Stipe. But working with rock legends comes with enormous pressure. Andrew Watt admits that the greatest challenge isn't the recording process itself, it's the expectations. He believes that if a Rolling Stones album disappoints fans, people won't blame Mick Jagger or Keith Richards. Instead, the criticism will land squarely on the producer. His journey with the Rolling Stones actually began in a very unexpected way. While working on a project with pop superstar Dua Lipa, Watt received an invitation to have tea with Mick Jagger. At first, he assumed it was simply a casual meeting. They talked about music, listened to songs, and enjoyed a relaxed conversation. Then, the atmosphere suddenly changed. Mick Jagger began asking detailed questions about Watt's recording techniques, his creative process, and how he would approach producing the Rolling Stones if given the opportunity. Only after the meeting ended did Watt realize that what seemed like a friendly chat had actually been an informal job interview. Despite being decades younger than the members of the Rolling Stones, Andrew Watt never felt intimidated. He is known for speaking his mind. In his view, a producer's job is to give honest opinions and challenge ideas whenever necessary. Otherwise, there's no reason to be in the studio. What impressed him most was how the members of the Rolling Stones responded. They listened carefully to every suggestion he made, even if they didn't always agree with all of his ideas. Among all the legendary artists he has worked with, one person continues to leave the biggest impression on him: Paul McCartney. According to Watt, the former Beatle has incredible energy. Even after performing concerts that last more than 2.5 hours, McCartney still enjoys spending time with his band afterward. His passion and enthusiasm never seem to fade. For Andrew Watt, that's the real secret behind lasting greatness. Talent alone isn't enough. True success comes from hard work, discipline, and an unwavering love for music. From a young guitarist who watched his dream band fall apart to the producer trusted by some of the greatest names in rock history, Andrew Watt's story proves that failure is never the end. Sometimes it becomes the very first step towards something far greater.